Hey everyone, today I'm going to be changing out the windshield wiper motor on this old 1991 F150 pickup. Over the last year, the wiper motor has been working intermittently. If it rained, you're sure to have encountered a time that it would not work. In fact, we had some heavy storms come through this last June that toppled a crane in Dallas, and during that storm I happened to be driving, and my wipers did not work during that storm, so I was up a creek, literally. So to change out that wiper motor, first things we've got to do is be able to remove this cowl. To get to that, we've got to first take off the wiper arms. So let's get started. All right, before we take off the wiper arms, we first want to mark the wiper position. So I'm going to take a Sharpie marker. I'm going to mark on the windshield just a little dot where the end of the wiper is. I'll do that to the other side too. Let's just make it a little easier on reinstalling. Try another color. Yeah, that one works better. I've got a red wet erase or wet erase marker. It actually shows up a little better on the glass. I'll go ahead and just mark a spot on here. And I'll do the same on the far blade. Typically what you need is a flathead screwdriver. So this needs to lift up, and then there's a tab on here that needs to pop out. That'll just let this come off of the shaft. So that lifts off this entire deal. So now we've got to kind of wiggle. And I'm going to bet that it might have been a good idea to maybe hit this with some penetrating oil, because I bet this is the first time these have ever had to come off of this truck. Hey, there it went. It just needed a little gentle persuasion. Alright, rinse and repeat as necessary for the other side. Hey, that worked perfect. Just need a little more. I'm going to label these with my dry erase marker again. This will be passenger, so it'll be a P. And the other one I'll mark with a D for driver's side. I'm not going to put right and left, because that depends on whether you're looking at the truck or if you're in the truck. Nobody knows. The driver and passenger is pretty simple. Next thing I'll do is remove the antenna. Set it aside. We've got to take this cowl off. Actually, I don't need to lift the hood yet. There are some screws on top I'm going to go ahead and loosen up. So I'm just going to use a screwdriver for that. Alright guys, I'm going to have to come back to that last screw that's in the very center of the cowl. It's not wanting to come undone, so I'm going to see if I can lube it from underneath. Maybe turn it with a pair of pliers or something from underneath. I don't know, but I may have to even wind up drilling it out or using an extraction tool just to get that one out. So we'll do what we got to do. Alright. Alright, so here's the wiper motor that's dead. And I cannot get to that cowl yet, so I've got a bunch of screws along this front edge that need to come off. and a couple for holding the like an air conditioning line. Yeah, from the AC compressor. I got that one. Alright, now I'm going to unhook the harness for the two plugs that plug into the wiper motor. There's two different kinds of wiper motors, so you need to make sure that when you order it, you order the right one. One of them has two plugs that have 3 conductors each. And the other one is just a single wiring harness. I'm going to presume it's 6. I don't know because I don't have that kind. Okay, let's set this out of the way. And the fear here is that I'm going to break the plastic on this wiring harness, which is a valid fear considering the age of this truck. Ever so slowly. It is moving now. There we go. Alright. That wasn't too bad. Lower this just a little bit. Scary. Alright, let's try this with the raise completely up. I don't know, man. See that we've got our water. It's got to go through there. I'm going to wind up cutting that off, attach it, and then just reattach as a separate connection about here. Alright, got the cowl off. Just got to wiggle it and everything, get it out of there. Alright, so we've got more screws here and here. Here, so it looks like 3 screws. Let's take this cowl off. Take that off. Alright, so now we've got a bolt with the ground on it, a bolt and a bolt. But first we have to attach, or disattach, unattach, disattach, whatever you want to call it, our linkage arm, which is way inside there, which looks to be another pain in the ass. It might just slide off. That might be just a clip. Spin that around, see if I can figure that out. It might be a clip with a bend over it. So let me get a screwdriver and see if I can unbend that, and then those linkages might just pop off. Let's see if I can put it down in here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see what I'm doing. There's a... Hey, it popped right off. There it is. Okay. Can't leave that clip. Let's see if I can take the linkages off. Alright, so the driver's side will come off first, and then the passenger side. And we should be able to take the rest of this off now. 10 millimeter. Ding, 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 we have a winner. Oh, we're going to have to hold that with a pair of pliers. Back. So I'm holding the ground wire with pliers so the nut can spin break free. Here we go. The nut, ground wire, and then another nut that looks like it's probably a 10. And there you see. Yeah. I love it when they change sizes on us. Not. That already looks good. Alright, that's it. Alright, so here's my replacement, and the bar is in the same position. So, in the words we all love to hear, the replacement is the reverse. Installation is the reverse of removal. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hook up that wire and that wire. Honestly, I couldn't see much on how I took that apart, so... Oh, shit. Fuck me. I just dropped it. Fuck. Anybody see it? Oh man. I think it went down in the truck. Alright, I'm going to turn this off and look for it for a little bit. Alright, you're not going to believe this. I looked down after I just turned off the camera and turned it right back on. Clip was in the grass. It bounced off the truck and went into the grass, and I found it. So, got very fortunate in that. So, I'm going to figure out how that slides on. I just popped it off with the screwdriver earlier, so it may just like pop right back on. I don't know. But, I'm going to go ahead and put the linkages on first. Take the camera off my tripod. I don't know if this is going to work in here or not. Well, what you can see and what you can't see. The passenger side goes on first. Alright, there's the other side. Okay. And then I got to figure out this clip. Press it on, or slide it on, I don't know. Oh, that's weird. I just pressed it on, slid it down, and it clipped right on. Alright, I'm going to go grab my keys, and we're going to test this before I do anything. Amazing what a new motor can do, huh? How smooth it runs. Listen to that. That's just nice. Alright, I'm just going to off and see if it starts in its original position. It does. That means that the windshield wipers should go right back in the correct position in the truck itself. So now installation is reverse of removal. High speed. Oh, which one was it? Was it that one? Or was it that one? I think it was that one. But I could be wrong. Because I've been wrong before and I'll be wrong again. That's the way life works. Alright, so one thing I'm going to do to make sure that I've got a good connection on my water line going to the sprayer, the windshield, I'm going to cut about a centimeter and a half off. That way I've got a smaller connection. Let's go 2 centimeters. That way I've got a better connection to go over the fitting for the water sprayer. Alright, so we're going to feed this back up behind the motor, up through here, and hold this would have been a lot easier if the hood were off. Bad. Or at least the mouth leads in. Now that I've got it in place, you know what I've got to do? I got to take it back off and hook up the water sprayer. With it loose. Should be able to do that with these 10-ounce hooks up. Put a little spit on it. No jokes, guys. No jokes. It's on all the way. There we go. Alright. Now to put it all back on. Not sure, but I think the rest need to be over this cowl. One here, and it's likely to go behind the engine and never be seen again, so my hand's going in here with it. Two more, and then the top ones. Label P for passenger side, label D for driver's side. Clip out and up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set this in place by my marks and then slide that onto the gear. And it's on. Alright. So we're going to line up with our marks on the windshield. Water's hooked up. Like that passenger side, it needs to go a little farther down. It's not hurting anything where it's at, but I don't like that it's sitting up high a little bit. It's like one spline away from where it needs to be. I'm going to try fixing it. Don't know why the tabs don't want to go down all the way. Well, Well, now it is. Now it's perfect. Let's try it again. Alright, that's it.